Okay, hi everyone. I'm going to do a sales video of some books that I have sold on Amazon. I just wanted to come on here first and talk about my sort of experience of selling the books over on Amazon. It's something that I'm fairly new to. It's something that I don't feel 100% confident on yet, but yeah, I just thought I would just basically talk about my experience with it so far. So this is just for selling books on Amazon, nothing to do with eBay now, and talking about scanning them in and using various apps, and yeah, just how it's gone really. So first of all, I'm finding it, from mainly selling in the toy category, especially over Christmas, and their rank system compared to the book rank system is just worlds apart. In the toy category, we won't really touch anything under like 150,000 in the toy category rank. Sorry, over, not under, over. In the book category, the top 3% of books is 1.8 million, so it's a huge category, it's absolutely massive. And that makes it, I find, quite hard to read the data without having, I really like Keeper. I love Keeper over anything else. I find that gives me the most information. When you're out in the charity shops, obviously you don't have that, or at the car boots, and you just have either the Amazon seller app or a couple of different apps that you can use. So it's been quite a learning curve. I remember I picked up a book, it had a really good rank. I thought, this is brilliant. So going off that information in the charity shop, I thought I was going to price it about £25. When I came home and looked on Keeper at it, it looked more like that I was actually going to be pricing it at £10. Just a quick little tip while I remember this now. Anything over £10 in the book category, the customers get free delivery on. So don't price at £9.99, £9.98 to just undercut someone. Price at £10, because your customers are then going to get a free delivery and probably choose you if someone else is there at like £9, because then they don't have to fork out, what, £3-4 postage. So sorry, just wanted to say that quickly. Yeah, so I am finding the ranks quite different. So it was a £10 book by the time I looked at on Keeper, because what had happened is it's actually a book that didn't sell too much at all throughout the year, but I had just bought it when I scanned it in, and it had just sold like a few weeks prior, so it had gone from like a really high rank and just brought it right down. For those following JC on Instagram, he put up a great post the other day, I think it was a few weeks ago actually, saying that he had bought a book with a really high rank and he'd made a nice profit on it. However, it had taken a while to sell, and when he bought it and it had that high rank, and then when it sold, he went back and looked at the rank and it was like 200, 300,000, something like that. And if you were scanning in that book at that time in the charity shop, you saw 200, 300,000, the likelihood is that you're going to go and pick it up. And then it's just a shame that you can't use the Keeper graph, or there's no way that I know of using it in the charity shop at the time. Yeah, so it's difficult. I'm finding it much more difficult compared to other categories, basically, selling on Amazon and what I'm used to. Other things that I wanted to seller apps, that's what I wanted to talk about. So the reason why I've sort of just started selling books a lot buying books a lot recently is because I used to just rely on the Amazon seller app, which is great. If you can get reception everywhere, that's what I would suggest you use, because it has all the information on there. Whether it's what your used seller competition is, if Amazon are there, what it's new, the sales rank. So you can pretty much get all your information on that. However, I find that I cannot get reception in the charity shops, especially the charity shops tend to keep the books at the back of the store, and I always struggle to get reception in there. So I use a app called Netoscan. It's pricey, it's very pricey, it's £40 a month to use it, but basically it works off of a database rather than your internet. So you need to keep updating the database. So before you're going to go out and go scanning around the charity shops, the car boot, then you need to update it. So yeah, it works off a database. but it means that I can scan everything when I don't have reception, which is just brilliant. It's because what I would kind of do is, and I'd stop doing it, is I would bring the books to the front of the charity shop, try and get reception, scan them in, getting weird looks from like charity shop staff members and whatnot, and then I would kind of get a bit uncomfortable continuously bringing like books forward and yeah, just looking like a weirdo basically. So this means that I can now just go and scan, and I don't have to do that. I don't have to rely on the internet, which is great. The only con that I would say that it has is that, unlike the Amazon seller app where you, instead of scanning the barcode, you know, you can just point your camera screen at the whole item, the books for example, and it will pick it up automatically, is that it doesn't scan front covers. So often you'll find in charity shops that they stick stickers over the barcode, and so you know, sometimes I have to try and peel back the barcode, the sticker off the barcode, so that I can scan it in. So that's one con of it. You do need to update it as well. You need to update it before you know, I think it's like every couple of days or so that it wants to update it for you. And if you forget to do that before you go out, it's a bit of a pain. Doesn't mean that you can stop using it, it just means that you're not working on the most current data, if you see what I'm saying. So I think that's everything that I wanted to say on how I'm finding it. I'm intrigued to see where it goes. Yeah, and we'll just have to see. Oh, one other thing, if you are going to go like scanning books, take a suitcase with you. We've got our suitcase now that we take because they're just so heavy, that the books can be so heavy. Obviously I'm mainly talking about textbooks, and yeah, it does get heavy. And yeah, I think that's everything I want to say. So I'll flip over now to the sales screen. Let me know, you know, if you have any experience or any comments down below, how you find it. Yeah, I'll flip over to the sales screen now and speak to you again soon. Okay, so here are a couple of books that I've sold. And so the keeper graph that I was talking about previously, that is down here. I think it's a Google Chrome extension plugin, something like that. That's where you can get that from. That's completely free. So a lot of people use like Camel, I think, when first starting out, but honestly I just find Keeper so much better and easier to read. Every time the green line spikes up, that means it's sold. You won't know if it's sold like new or used, but it just indicates that that's when it's sold. So this Slimming World Best Ever Recipes, I picked this up at the car boot. I do scan in front of people in the car boot. No one's ever said anything. I get a few looks, but no one's actually ever said anything. And if they did, Chris Royal once told me that you would say that you're scanning for reviews, which I thought was quite a good idea. So yeah, I paid, it was either £1 or 50p for this one at a car boot fair. It sells, that's quite a nice, you know, selling quite a few times there. I sold this one for £11.99 on that one, and the rank on that one at the moment is what's that, 1,300. So that is fantastic. That's a brilliant rank. That's, you'd pick that up all day long. This Kenneth Clark, Life, Art and Civilization, doesn't really matter actually, you know, anything what the book titles are or anything. I paid £1 for this one, and this one went for £16.99. You know, that's a nice selling, you know, it sells a nice amount of times again. Doesn't look like it's sold since about 24th of May. So it was at a rank of about 18,000, and then it drops right down to about 130,000. So that's what I was saying before. It's quite difficult to you know, whilst you're there and you're just looking at ranks, because it just changes so much so drastically just over a couple of days. Letters of a Note, this was a hardback and it was quite a big chunky book. This one I paid £1 for in a charity shop, and I sold this one for £13.99. Again, that's really nice up and down graph there. Again, this is what I was talking about previously. These books here, these booksellers, World of Books, you'll see these all the time. Another one, Revival Books, but you can see these are big booksellers and they're using reprices. So they are just repricing to get the buy box, or even though I don't think you can actually get the buy box in book category. This is a great example of being, it's not a huge amount of profit in this, but you could buy these 2 books here that the World of Books has for £1.26 plus the postage, and then you could ship it back in. So I sold this for £13.99, but the next prime there is at £14.99. So you can use those people who drag the price right down to buy off and then to send back in again. That's just one example there on one of the ones that I've sold. There are probably better examples out there with higher profit. So that's that one. So yeah, I sold that for £14. This one here I paid £5 for, and you can see that it's not a great, doesn't sell very often. The rank has gone, when it's sold, it went up to 94. So that's a really good example. It was at 650,000. It sells, the rank spikes right up to 94,000 there, and then it's gone, not sold since, gone all the way down to nearly 900,000 there. So yeah, anyway, I paid £5 for this one, and I sold that one for £26. I would never usually pay £5 for a book. It was a strange lady in the charity shop, and I just ended up paying £5 for it. It was a bit of a weird situation, but yeah, still, it was worth paying £5 for. This I got from a car boot sale. I paid £1 for this, and again, I think I just sort of scanned it in front of them. For this one, I got £10 and 17p. This one here, Forensic Genetics. Oh, it's gone on to Kindle here. Anyway, that's the book, and I sold this one for £20. I think I got this one from a charity shop. I don't know how to get out of the Kindle one, but yeah, I sold that one for 20. This plant book, again, that graph goes up quite nicely. The rank at the moment is about 30,000. I paid 33p for this because a charity shop book sale was doing like 3 for £1, so I paid 33p, and I got £10.99 on that one. And this one here, Human Gibbons, and I got, on this one, I got £10 exactly on that one. This Up the Duff book, I got £15.99 on this one. I got £16. I think I paid 50p for this one in a charity shop. Again, you can see the ranks, changing all the time on that one. So that's that one there. And again, you can see a repricer. Big book companies have come in and dragged that price right down. To back down to £3 on that one. So, and then Rick Stein's Spain book, this was a hardcover. Amazon are in stock on this one. Amazon are the orange line, and I paid £1 for this one, and for this one I got £13.99. So I hope that was helpful or interesting. I'm going to see how it goes with the book, see what happens. But yeah, no, it's going well so far. I'm enjoying it, and it's nice to be able to go into a charity shop and when there's not much there to rely on the books and to scan them in as well. So yeah, I think that's everything that I want to say. Thank you for watching. Leave me any comments below, any questions or any suggestions, anything that I've missed out or something that you think that I've not understood maybe. And I will speak to you again soon.